this coupon and provide this coupon in order to get the discount. Well, in order for them to get the coupon, they had to download the coupon. They had to click on it and download it so that they could present that coupon to get the discount on what they bought. And when they clicked to download that coupon, it did what, guys? Asked them for their name and email address. So in other words, in order for them to get 10% off of this kind of order and 25% off this kind of order, they had to give up their email address. So just keep in mind that there's so many different ways to be creative with when it comes to this. And it'll also really help. It'll also really help you when you can reach out to individuals via email because you collected emails when the opportunity to reach out to them otherwise have been taken away for one reason or another. So I had another client who she did an event in, I believe it was Texas. I think she did an event in Texas. And when she did the event in Texas, she said that they hadn't had the event for about 2 years because of COVID. So this was the first year doing it back. She said it was probably a third of the crowd or less of what it usually is because people haven't gotten back into the swing. Yes, the first time they're doing it after 2 or 3 years. So the crowd had diminished less than 30%. She said less than a third of who was usually there is who was there. So in that instance, again, if all the time that client would have been collecting emails in the first place, then even though those people didn't show up to the vending event, they would already have been able to email them prior to and sell them things. So remember, when you're doing an event, a vending event somewhere for whatever you sell, it's always a good idea to collect email information, because when you're doing that vending event, that is the only time you're going to see them, unless it's an annual event or a semi-annual event or a quarterly event. You see them and you still may not see them again because they may not show up to that vending event the next time, right? Even if it's something in your city, right? That person might not show up. If every time you do an event and there's, I don't know, 500, 1,000 person foot traffic there, and you put an opportunity to collect emails out there, like giving out, doing a raffle, giving out things to generate, right, email information. Once you do that, now you have that person's email to sell to them year round, even though you met them at an event. So if you did an event quarterly or with a vending table somewhere, and you collected 100 names in emails every time you did some vending event, you should collect more than that, but I'm just hypothetically speaking, you collected 100, you would be adding 400 email addresses to your email list annually, just because you're at an event. Plus you're making money at the event and you're getting new people that you can sell to when you're not at the event. So now you can send an email out saying, hey, look, to buy these products that you offer or to upsell them. So in a sense of a Legal Shield person, you would be upselling them in that circumstance. And the reason why I say you will be upselling them is because in that circumstance, you would be in a situation where you may have already sold them a legal plan or a CDL plan or an identity theft plan, whatever kind of event you were at. But now you have an opportunity to upsell them through email on something else that you offer through Legal Shield, or maybe you sell something else other than Legal Shield, or along with Legal Shield, you can say, hey, I sold them some Legal Shield products, but now I'm selling them something else that I sell, whatever that something else may be. So it gives you an opportunity to do that as well. So collecting email addresses, whether it be physically at a vendor event or online by going online with discounts and saying you get 25% off, 10% off, or the first month free, or anything of that nature, will allow people to download that. People will click and download something for discounts. I promise you that. So it's a good opportunity to be able to do that. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple of things that I've done here. But I think I saw somebody's hand. Did I see somebody's hand go up and come back down?
Yeah, it was mine. I forgot what I was. I forgot what
You forgot what you was gonna say? Okay.
Yeah, you're long-winded.
So let me see. I'm trying to make sure this thing is showing up on YouTube. Okay, yes, there. All right. All right. So anybody have any questions about that before I open up this? Because I'm about to share my screen here in a second. Anybody going once? Going twice? All right.
That's a good idea.
Scroll back to anything we missed. Yeah. So hey, Jasmine. Yeah. So it will definitely give you the opportunity to do that. Let me go ahead and put it on gallery here, and I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share some. Oh, Vanessa, you here too? Okay. So Vanessa, I'm going to share something. I'm going to use Vanessa's thing that I did for her as an example, and then I'm going to use another client's information as an example too. Allison, you know you're on here twice?
Yes.
Okay. Is the training that good that you need to hear it twice, or am I missing something? Okay. Here we go. Let me see. Screen to. All right. You guys see Canva?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we can.
So, let's see. This might be it.
Thanks again, Mr. Dunbar. Really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now, if I wanted to edit it, did you share it with me in Canva?
I don't remember whether I did or not, but I can. Yeah, I certainly can.
Did you create it in Canva? You, of course, you created
Yeah,
it in
yeah.
Canva.
This is it right here.
The business card template.
Yeah, it's right here.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did it right here in Canva, and that was the first one I did before you sent me the other picture. Then I did the other one. I just duplicated it and then added the other picture.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is one of my clients right here. Is, let me see. I'm looking for somebody else.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Huh?
I say Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah. This is
Turmeric.
actually a friend of a person that's normally on here. She's not on here right now. But for those that know Stephanie Bobs, this is a friend of Stephanie Bobs. So let me show you how she was able to use this for her in her event. So this is more of like just an electronic business card, right? And
Okay.
that this can be something that you could have and just download it and just email it to people as a business card with your information, right? But below that, I got rid of the yellow down here. So when I saved it as transparent. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So when you go to save something here, I can click download. Oh, let me make my little button red so you can see it a little bit easier. All right, so down here where I got download, I can click download. And then I can click transparent background. All that means is that this will change to the color of whatever the background is. So if you ever have a design and you want to be able to put it anywhere and let the details show, but the background disappears and changes to the color of whatever you lay it on, you save I always save a version as transparent. So I'll save a regular version and then a transparent version. That way, if I know I want to drop it somewhere, and I don't want it to look like a card. Does that make sense, everybody? I don't want people to see the edges. I dropped the transparent version, and now it only shows the detail. It doesn't show the rectangle box. Does that make sense, everybody? Right? Drop a one in the chat. Or something.
Yeah.
Right? So that prevents it from looking like a card or whatever shape it would look like when you do transparent background. So when I go to drop this somewhere, the only thing that's going to show is the picture, her name and her products, or this wording, her logo, and then her details. All this white background will be gone. It would just show that wherever I drop it. And let's say I drop this on a red backdrop, then everything will be red. And then this would show up the color that it is. Does that make sense? So that's what transparent is for. So this works really good as an email signature because for most of us, right? I mean, I think probably all of us, if you go to send an email and you drop this as an email signature, the background of your email is normally white, right? So all it shows is the photo, your name, what you sell, then your logo, and then your contact information. And it shows there like it's like set up, even though it's a card, you can't see this outside because it's transparent, right? So that's why this one is this way. Well, down here, or up here, let me say up here, not down here, right here, see it says electronic contact intake form. So this will be what you will create to get people's information electronically. So you see it says Island Turmeric Natural Products. Then I made a copy of this where I made it fillable. So this one is not fillable because it's still in Canva, but I made one fillable. What do I mean by fillable? That means that person can type on it. So let's say, for instance, she was giving a 10% or 25% discount. She could have this and say, download for 25% discount. She could type that right in here at whatever size she wanted. Download for a 25% discount. That's all she would put on here. And then she would put this online as an image. And when people click, it would open up and they would be able to put their phone number here, their email here, and then what product they're interested in here. Now, you can collect whatever information you want. I just did this, but you could put name, email, phone number, or just name, email, and the product that they want. And they can type all of that right in here. And then, you know, when they download it and say it comes to you, it'll come to you that way. And when it comes to you, now you know what product they're interested in, and you collect their information from them. And then they're going to get an email with a coupon for 25% off or whatever they buy. And it could be a one-time coupon that you give them. And I'll show y'all how to use how to do a one-time coupon and stuff like that. But you can do that. And now every time you do that, you're collecting the person's information. And then guys, that's going to work for you just like a rebate, meaning that a lot of times people aren't even going to use the discount. They may not even use that discount. They may forget to use it when it's time to buy something, right? They may not be able to remember when they downloaded it, but every time they go to click it, you're going to get somebody's email address, but everybody that clicks on this to get the discount is not going to use the discount, which means you're not really giving a discount to everybody who you got their email, because a lot of people just not going to use it. Just like you have gotten rebates and didn't turn them in, because that's what people do. A lot of companies actually rely on that. They know that there's a certain percentage of people who don't actually do the rebate, but they get a lot of business when they put a rebate out there. And what ends up happening is when they do that, the person doesn't go and honor it. I've actually done that. I've actually seen something that may cost, I don't know, $199. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to pay $199 for that. And then I go back in the store again and they'll say $149. I'm like, oh, they dropped the $50. And then I find out, oh, they dropped the $50, but I got to send in a rebate to get my $50 back. So I go ahead and pay the $199. They give me the thing for the rebate to mail in to get the $50 back, but I never do it. So I ended up just paying the $199 because I don't send in a rebate. They end up getting $199, not $149. You guys follow? And they know that a certain percentage of that audience is not going to turn that rebate in. So even though that person mentally think I'm only spending $149, they actually spend $199 and never send a rebate in. So that company ends up still getting the $199 they wanted. That's been a marketing gimmick like forever. And it's not really a gimmick because it's up to you to send in a rebate. It's not like they got to give it to you, but they know because they know human behavior. And they know most of the time people don't send their rebate in, right? So put a 2 in the chat if you've been that person to not send a rebate in and you bought something that you wouldn't have bought at that price if it wasn't for the rebate, but you didn't send the rebate in. So you've got to learn to do those kind of things in order to collect emails, because it's all about, because everything is the email collecting game. This Saturday, I went out to a place called Total Wine. I normally buy my wines and my alcohol and stuff like that from a place called Total Wine. And I went to Total Wine Saturday and to go pick up something, and the lady at the counter was like, "Hey, what's your number for your membership?" And I'm like, "I don't have a membership, I don't think." I gave her my phone number. I said, "I may have done it at a time ago and forgot." I gave her my number. She was like, "Nope, it's not in here." She was like, "But since you just put your number in there," she was like, "You can go ahead and do it now." And I was like, "Well, what do I need to do?" She was like, "I just need your email address." So I gave her my email address, right? She gave me 10% off my order at the cash register, and then was like, "And you're gonna rack up points every time you buy something, and we're gonna email you whenever we doing buy one, get one, whenever it is that you would discount, you're gonna get an email for it." This was Saturday. I probably got 20 emails from them since Saturday. Right? Right? And even though the emails are 20 emails are annoying, the whole point of me telling you that is that even Fortune 500 companies, they're marketing through email. And they give you whatever discount they need to give you, or give you whatever kind of deal they need to give you to get your email address, because they know your email address is money. If they got a big email address, they're going to be able to make money by just sending out holiday specials, and they got the campaigns to send out. They just need people to send it to. And you've got to become the kind of person that you don't have to go out and chase a bunch of people, but you can sit down and spend your time creating one campaign after the next, one newsletter after the next, and just send people stuff and send people stuff and send people stuff, and people will buy, right? And only a small percentage is going to buy, but it's going to keep being a different small percentage. Sometimes it's going to be the same people, sometimes it's going to be different people, because it depends on what the campaign is and what you're giving a discount. But if you keep on emailing those people, but it's relevant, and you keep growing your list, you're going to always have somebody to sell to, and you won't have to literally purchase leads, because you are creating a batch of customers that will somewhat rotate, because some people will leave and you're adding. So it is kind of churning, but you're going to have some people. I've got people, I've been on their email list for years, because they don't over email me. And they always send me things that are relevant to the reason I gave them my email, which is you understanding how to tag and not just sending people random emails about things that they didn't give you their email for. That's why it's important to tag once you have their email, and the system is doing that for you. It's not something that you necessarily have to do. But when you're tagging these people in a certain area, they're only going to get an email relative to what they gave you their information for. So that's why that's so important to be able to do that. So with this young lady here, she had this electronic one that she could send out. And then she also had one that was a PDF intake form, and she had one of her children at the event with her, that teenager. And that teenager, she had gift boxes. So she did this event on Mother's Day weekend that just passed. So what she did was she made some gift boxes that I think she said she sold them for $99 or something like that. I think that's the price she told me, but it doesn't matter what it was, what the price was. She raffled off 3 of them. So all for the whole weekend event, one of her kids at the table just kept saying, "Hey guys, we're doing the giveaway. We're going to be giving away 3 of these boxes. The value is $100. All we need you to do is fill out this intake form and drop it in the box." She went to Amazon and bought one of those glass boxes with the empty slide at the top. And so she printed these off, and they were putting their information on there and then dropping it in the box, dropping it in the box, dropping it in the box. And then she shook the box up to give away 3 of those $99 packages. So what did it cost her? Well, the $100 package that she was giving away probably cost her maybe $50 to put together. She's selling it for 100, but at cost, it was maybe $40 or $50 to put together. So let's say it was $50 to put together. 3 of those boxes cost her $150 to put together. So she gave away 3 boxes that were $150 that she had to invest into making those boxes. If she collected 100 emails, if she collected 200 emails, she collected 300 emails. I don't know how many she collected because I haven't talked to her yet to ask her how many she collected. But let's just say it was 100 emails that she collected. She collected 100 emails of people who are interested in her product that she can follow up on, and it costs her $150. That's about what it's going to cost you to buy some leads. And you're not even 100% sure that those are really leads when you buy them. But in this circumstance, she can, because they came to her table to buy something in the first place. So they were interested in her products. That's when they filled out the slip and put it in the box. And you always want to make sure that they give you the correct information, because you do the giveaway via email. You don't give the box away at the vending event, because now nobody has to give you the real information. What you do is you say, hey, look, I need you to make sure your real information is on this slip, because we're going to call the winner. We're going to email the winner. And now that person is going to give you an email that they check. They're going to give you a phone that they answer, right? And I don't necessarily call people. I know the email. So I did this for her with the phone number. My slips don't ever have a phone number. My slips normally just have an email and a name. That's normally all I put on mine. So for me, that's all the information I get. But I know I'm going to get accurate information, because I'm going to email the winner, but I'm going to email everybody. And I'm going to say, hey, Jim Hicks is the winner for the first drawing. He got one of the Mother's Day boxes. Hopefully he's got a woman in his life that he loves, blah, 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 blah. And everybody's going to get that email knowing that Jim won. Now they know that I really am picking winners, because I'm sending an email to everybody saying Jim won the first raffle. Tomorrow I'm going to do another one. So the next day, I'm going to send another email, and I'm going to say, hey, Flora Vidal won. The next day, I'm going to send one that's going to say Catherine Nelson won, right? But each one of those emails that go out every day saying a winner is also going to have, right, something else in that email. 25% off this, right? 10% off that. Buy this bundle, whatever it's going to say. It's an opportunity for me to sell, but I'm emailing them something relevant that they want to see, because they're looking to see who won. They're looking to see if they won particularly, but they're looking to see if somebody won. So they want the email, they're opening the email. And what is that doing for you? That helps your percentage go up, excuse me, because when people open your emails, that prevents them from going to spam, because their email service says, hey, Catherine opened up his email, so she must want his emails, and then they don't go to spam, right? Jim opened up my email. Catherine opened up the email. Flora opened up the email. Whoever's opened it up. So it's a brand new batch of people that I'm emailing that I just met at a vending event this weekend. And I'm sending out emails for the winners. So I'm not forcing them, but you guys know what I mean by forcing. I'm encouraging them, suggesting them to open that email so that they can see the winner, which now puts that new batch of people that I got emails for as a high priority on my list. Those emails are not going to go to spam now, because they opened those emails to see who won. And when I do that 3 times, that means they open up 3 of my emails in 3 days. So their email provider, Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, whoever they are, those services now know, don't send this email to spam, because Catherine, Flora, Jim, right? They want to see these emails because they're opening them up. So now those people are now going to be receiving my emails, and they're going to be showing up in their inbox probably as important. And it's definitely not going to go to spam. Does that make sense? So does anybody have any questions about that before I go to something else? So nobody's like confused, I don't know what, before I move any further?
I don't have a question about that, but I do remember what I had my hand up for. I wanted to just let you know, because when you said it's 2 of me in there, I just wanted to let you know the second one is Otter Notes. So it's otter.ai. And so they usually share a link in the chat where other people can start using, create an account with them and create notes for their Zoom meetings. I just wanted to share that. And I I wanted to kind of reach out to you, but I kept slipping my mind to just ask you, was it okay?
Yeah, I know Jackie uses that too, Jackie Hamilton.
Okay.
She I mean, I'm sure a lot of people use it, but I know Jackie uses it because she tells me all the time she uses it.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Nope, I know, I'm familiar with Isla. I am. Great way for you to take notes, to be able to go back and look at stuff, especially when you're always on trainings and stuff. So no, that works well. Yes, it does. Anybody else have any questions about anything here? Going once?
Hey, Mr. Dunbar, have you ever heard of how I'm looking for a platform that would allow an individual to enroll and a portion of their portion would go to a charity of their choice?
I don't know if I know what you mean by a product.
Like if they enrolled in Legal Shield in the membership,
Right.
and then a portion, I don't know how we could do it. It would probably have to be a platform that would allow them, some type of platform that would incentivize them that if I enroll in this membership, I'll have an opportunity to donate to my charity. But I was really, a friend of mine actually has a clothing line that or retail store that she it has the option to where when you purchase an item, a portion of that goes to a charity.
Yeah, there's software that does that. Yeah, there is. But how would you, are you talking about doing that for Legal Shield?
I would like to, if there's a way to set it up.
There probably wouldn't be a convenient way to set that up with Legal Shield because it's not your product and you're not collecting the money. That's the problem. So the problem with Legal Shield is you're not the one collecting money. So this software that I can use to do it, because when the client buys from me, they're actually paying me.
You directly, okay.
So I can do what I want with the money. So I can have it where there would be a button that would say, these are charities that you can give to, and they can click, and that percentage will go directly to that charity. I would do it just like an affiliate. I would have it set up like an affiliate, and that money would just go to a certain percentage. So I could do that with my software, but I would only be able to do that with products that I'm selling with the money where I'm the one collecting the money. So because the money goes to Legal Shield, you don't really have a way to do that. If you're going to do it with a Legal Shield product, that's what I'm saying. You would have to just promise them that you were doing that. You would have to do that out of your own money after you received your commission. It wouldn't be able to be a point of sale thing that you did.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So they won't be able to click that at that time. Where if somebody bought a coaching package to me and I say 10% goes to your charity, when they click that, the pay, a screen will pull up, or a dialogue box will pull up, a pop-up, whatever you want to call it. And it would have however many options of charities that I wanted. I'm giving people an option to participate in, and it would have that charity name in a little, a radio button, and it would click that one and then click, yes, or invest, or give now, or donate now, or whatever. When they click that, before my money was dropped into because I use a company called Stripe. I use PayPal and Stripe. So before Stripe collected that money for me, they would give off that percentage to that charity.
Okay.
The same way if somebody does an affiliate with me and they give me a client, when that person uses the link that I gave them to give their referral, when that referral buys through that link, that affiliate person PayPal gives them their money directly out of my money before my money comes to me. So there's definitely a way to do it, but I don't know how you would do it if you're not the one collecting the money. That would be the difficult part of that scenario.
That would be what?
Huh?
What was that last part you said?
I said that would be the difficult part, is figuring out how to do it when you're not the one actually collecting the money. Yeah. Yep. That will be the difficult part.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so everybody understands this, understands how you would use this and of course, guys, the same thing with Pay Here. Once you create it here or have somebody from Campbell create it here, all you're doing is making it fillable yourself, or having a fiber person making it fillable. And once they make it fillable, you're going to upload it into PayHip. The same way you do everything else. You're going to upload it into PayHip, so now it's a link. And then you would use the image from the link. And then you would just post the image and say, hey, if you want a 25% discount, click this link to download your coupon for 25% off your next purchase of my product. And that person would click that link. It would ask them for their name and email address. They would fill all of that information out, and then they would get an email. And the email would be their discount card, but they could also fill out, it could also email them at the same time, a form for them to fill out to go back to you. If that person was lazy and didn't fill this form out, guess what, guys? It doesn't matter, because you got their email when they click the download, to get the email anyway. This just a fail safe, right? This just a fail safe. So if they don't return your form back, it doesn't matter, because in order for them to get the email with the form and the discount, they had to click the link and give their information anyway. Does that make sense, everybody? Put a 3 in the chat if that makes sense. See what's going on with this chat over here. All right, I'm looking at these names who's saying they understand. Don't be sending me no text messages at 10 o'clock at night. I don't know what you meant. Where you get that from? Like, I asked you to speak on the call. All right, so good. So that's how you would give discounts to collect information. So that is, I would suggest you use, if you're in Legal Shield and that's all you do, I would suggest you come up with some creative way to give a discount in Legal Shield, where you will be able to do that, to be able to promise them some kind of discount by either using the member perks discounts, or by using whatever discount that Legal Shield has in play right now. So if they've got some kind of special, then I would say use that special to collect email addresses and put into your system. That's how you would do it with that. If you're selling any other kind of product, then it's easy. You just give whatever discount you want to give. And it's really just that simple. If you don't want to make this on Canva yourself, which I know most of you are not going to, but just keep in mind, if you look on my left, guys, Canva already made this simple. It's already laid out. All you're doing is making some changes in it. So if I scroll up to look at, I think it's up, right? Yeah, look at Vanessa's. You see Vanessa's? Guess what? I didn't come up with that idea. I used the idea that was already here. Which one? See this card right here, guys? The one that says Mariana Martinez? That's that. All I did was erase those lines in the back. I just got rid of those square boxes in the background. I took Mariana's logo out of here and put Vanessa's logo in here. Same lines across the top, same lines across the bottom. I dropped this line in the middle, and all I did to do that was duplicate this line and turn it sideways and make it longer. And then I replaced her picture with Vanessa's picture. I even left the same font. She's got Mariana Martinez, senior manager. I just made Vanessa Harris Consulting LLC, Vanessa Harris founder. And then I put her information down there. I even had the little logos already for email, website, and phone. And I just put Vanessa's information in here. So I made this right here on Canva, and it's real simple to do. Now, again, if that's still too complicated, because I know some of you guys are not tech savvy at all. If you're not tech savvy at all, and you're saying that's still too much, all you need to do is take one of these pictures, click on it. So say you wanted yours to look like that. All you would have to do is come to Canva, click Add Page, click this, and now it pulls over in here, right? Now all you got to do is download this as an image and then send it to the person on Fiverr and say, I want mine to look like this. And then here's my information. And Fiverr is going to make it look just like this. And now you're not paying. Now you're not doing it yourself. You might be paying $5 or $10 to get it done. But again, it's a very inexpensive price to pay to do it. Good? All right, let me get rid of that. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing this. Wait a minute, I'm gonna stop sharing it. Something else I want to show
You
you.
say your son, where does your son live?
He lives in North Carolina, but he's in Kuwait right now.
Oh, my.
Yeah, he's in Kuwait. He went to Kuwait about a month ago.
Hmm.
He was reassigned to Kuwait, but he's actually stationed in Fayetteville.
Thank you for his service.
Appreciate that. What was the other thing I was gonna show y'all before I stop my share screen? I thought it was some PLR stuff, but I don't wanna do that right now. It's gonna be too confusing if I add that right now. Okay, I'm not gonna do that right now. It's gonna be too much. All right, so who do I see? I see Wilma, I see Allison, I see Betty, Vanessa, Jezreen, Jim, Cynthia, Catherine, Flora, and Jack. Okay, so not every one of y'all, and I'm not gonna put nobody on the spot, but several of you all that are here with me right now are telling me that I'm moving too fast. Y'all don't understand this yet. So I'm giving you an opportunity to ask, to let me know where you lost that. Because if you're not going to do that, then you can't keep telling me that you can't keep up, and then you don't ask no questions.
Yeah. Coach Dunbar, remember
Yeah.
what we did on Sunday? I was
Uh-huh.
trying to retrieve the chat, but did you post it?
The chat, oh, you don't need the chat. I got the whole recording.
So
I've got
then-
I've got the whole recording. Like, you don't need the chat. I mean, do you want the chat too? Do you want the chat in the
no,
recording?
if you have the recording, I wouldn't need the chat, huh?
No. I've got the full Zoom that we did.
Okay, so how do I locate it?
No, I just emailed it to you.
Okay.
You ain't got located. See, look at that.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you an email, and when you click the link, the Zoom gonna start.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Anybody else? So y'all understand? So let me start from the beginning. Not up to date session.
Understand.
So y'all have y'all's company name that y'all want. Y'all got y'all company formed. And I'm not talking about it. If you don't have the money to do your company yet, that don't count. I'm not talking about that. If you don't have the money, you're gonna form your company. You got the money, that's totally different. But if you just haven't formed your company because you're just like, I don't know how to form my company, then I'm gonna help you with that. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. So you got your company name,
Yeah.
you formed your company, you
Yeah.
got your EIN number,
Yeah.
you got your logo, or you're not going to do a logo, because it's okay to not have a logo. As long as you got a company name, you can put that on your stuff. So logo is I suggest a logo, but if you don't want to do a logo, you don't have to, because you can still brand your material with your name, because the company name can be your branding. So that's totally fine if you decide to do that. So you got your logo or your branded name.
No. No.
Who said no?
Flora.
Flora. Okay, so come on, talk to me. So tell me, and again, if anything that you haven't done is finances, then that's not you not understanding, and I totally get it if it's finances. But if it's you haven't done it because you don't know what to do, that's what we need to talk about.
I haven't done it because I don't know what to do.
So what part did you stop at that I was talking
I
about?
haven't even started.
So have you come up with a name that you want for your company?
No.
Okay, so that's the first thing. You have to come up with a name that you want for your company. And what are you selling? Legal Shield? Is that all you're gonna be selling with the company?
That's all I have for now.
And are you doing recruiting type stuff, or are you doing B2B type stuff, or are you doing both?
Well,
Both? Okay, so you need to come up with some kind of company name that is going to reflect that's going to be meaningful to what your purpose is. The company name needs to mean something, and it needs to mean something so that people can identify what you're doing. So when somebody sees your company name, they need to have an idea of what you're doing. Right? Not say, what is that?
right.
They need to have an idea of what you do based on your company name, because that will help you sell when you're not there selling.
Mm.
It's not the end of the world if it doesn't. Obviously, I mean, you know, there's plenty of companies that, I mean, before we knew Nikes were sneakers, what did Nike mean, right? So we didn't know what Nike meant until the brand that meant something to us. So, you know, you can get away with not doing it, but I just always suggest that it be in a company name. If you're doing benefits, always put benefits, group benefits, put that kind of stuff in your name if you're selling Legal Shield as a benefit. If you're doing selling the small business plan, I always suggest putting consultation, business consultant, consultation, something in your name. Never legal. And the reason why I say never legal is because you don't ever want anybody to think that you're doing the legal. Plus, Legal Shield is not going to let you do a name and number change to a company name that has legal in it. Because they don't want you making your clients think that you're doing the legal work.
Right.
So we had to come up with a company name. Yeah, once you come up with the company name,
Mhm.
then we can go into doing the LLC or DBA and then getting the EIN number. That's all simple stuff. That process is, I can walk you through that in a few minutes. There's people on here that I've done that with. I mean, that's a 10-minute walkthrough to get that part done. So that is where it starts at, because that's the mindset. You have to figure that part out. Like you have to, you are not, until you incorporate yourself, I should say incorporate, until you create an LLC, get an EIN number, then you truly do not, like, you're not owning a Legal Shield business.
Mm.
You're just an associate. You're just somebody that signed it, because you can't take anything with you. Once you form a company, you can take something with you. If you don't form a company, then you don't have any way to put the people into something that belongs to you. And you don't have a system to put them in, because again, LS Engage and all of that good stuff, guys. I'm just talking ownership here, guys. I know that all of that stuff works. I'm not saying that LS Engage doesn't work and you can't use it. All I'm saying is I've been around long enough. I've been a Legal Shield 13 years, and I've seen them terminate people's agreements. And before they terminate your agreement, they shut all of that off. So when you get that phone call saying that they terminate your agreement, you can't log into LS Engage and download your contacts. They already shut that off before they make that call.
Right.
So you're losing all of the people that you have in there. So you gotta, before I show you how to build an email list and grow your business, it's gotta be your business first. Because if not, I'm showing you how to grow somebody else's business, which is not gonna be very helpful, right?
But
So
then
those are gonna be your first steps.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, what I wanted to say, that word that you was looking for is entity. Create your own entity.
Mhm.
And I thought there is a way that you can export your contacts out of Prospect by Legal Shield, but you have to do it on the computer. Because I try to, do that periodically.
Oh yeah, no. There's a way to do it as long as you an active associate.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm talking about if they terminate you.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. But no, periodically, I always tell people periodically you should be pulling them out anyway. But the question is, where are you putting them? If
Well,
you don't have a system to put them in, having them in your computer, like you don't have an email list if you got a bunch of people's names in your computer, because you can't send emails from your computer.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have something to put them in, a CRM to put them in, some kind of email system to put them in. Because having 1,000 contacts in your database on your computer, you can't do nothing with those, but send emails and just grab their email and put it in the email inbox, which is like operate like a caveman or a cavewoman. You see what I mean? You're not sending out anything in mass. Like you're not doing an email campaign if you got contact but nothing to send anything through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So downloading those emails and put them in a CSV occasionally, that's definitely a good idea to have them on a spreadsheet. You can use Google Sheets or X. Of course, you guys know I'm a Google person, so I use Excel. I use Google Sheets, but you can use Excel or Google Sheets and just download those contacts as a CSV. Now you constantly are pulling them out of there. So if Legal Shield ever did shut you down, you could at least now say, I'm going to upload all of my contacts into MailChimp or into, MailerLite or whatever it is you're using as a service. I think you can use Zoho and HubSpot or whatever. I don't use either one of those, but I know that there are systems that you can use as a contact management system.
Yeah.
So, you would have to do that type of scenario then. But that's what I mean by, guys, by taking ownership, what Allison is talking about. You're not owning your business when your entire system belongs to somebody else. Because it's not yours. It's not yours. Even though you met these people and you put them in that system, if you don't get those people out of there, if you lose that, if your agreement is terminated for any reason, then those people are no longer your people. Now you can call them and try to get their information again or whatever, but who wants to do that? Yeah, who wants to do that? So that's not necessarily where you want to be on that. So while we're talking about that, did I say hand go up? Who's hand go up? Oh, Wilma. Go ahead, Wilma. I'm sorry.
Well, what you just said is, how can I get my contacts out of the system and put them in something that I can use in case if that ever happened to me?
You get, if they're an LSN, LSN Gage, Prospect by Legal Shield, you can download your contacts out of, or what they call export. I'm saying download, but the term is called export. You can export your contacts out of Prospect by Legal Shield onto a CSV, which is just either a Google Sheets or so if you want to know how to do that, I can show you guys how to do it, but I don't have time to show y'all on this particular night because I would have to go in there and do it, and it's not enough time left to do that. But if you don't know how to do it, I can show you how to do it. And then there might be a Legal Shield training on that because it's their product somewhere. I'm not sure. I already knew how to export, so I didn't never look at anything from Legal Shield. I would imagine Legal Shield has something put together that shows you how to export. Does anybody know if there's anything in place that shows you how to export out of Prospect by Legal Shield?
I don't.
Did somebody say they don't?
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Well,
Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? All right. Well, I'll look into it. I know that they got to have something to show you how to do it, and I know how to do it because I've done it. But I just did it because I know how to export stuff. So there's normally just a tab somewhere that says export, and you can export out of anything. You can export your contacts out of MailChimp. You can export your contacts out of whatever CM contact management system you're using.
Well, I need help in all of that. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, but you definitely want to pull those out of there periodically. So while we're mentioning that particular thing, what I was mentioning about the client and them having less people at the event, that client could not make the amount of money that they normally make because there was less people there. But if they had the people's information who were normally coming there, they could have simply did what? When that event was over with on Mother's Day weekend, right, this past weekend, that client could have got on their computer and emailed and said, hey, this is so-and-so, and we just had a great event this past weekend and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sorry I missed you at the event. Here are some different, here's some things that I was selling at the event to see if you want to take advantage of them. Boom, 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 boom. Had some images inside the email, and they could have emailed the people who didn't show up because they had their email addresses from the prior events. And they could have still made sales to those people, even though those people didn't come out because they had their email address. Some of you guys remember when Instagram shut down for, I don't know, it was a day, maybe it was a full day, half a day, I don't know how long it was, but Instagram had shut down maybe about a year ago. And there was a young lady who goes live weekly, and that was her day to go live. And she couldn't go live that day, and she lost a lot of money because she couldn't go live. Because all of her contacts were on Instagram. That's where she makes her money, doing the live. Now, that's a great way to make money, That's a great way to run your business, is to be able to be doing lives every week on these different social media platforms. The problem is she's selling on live, but she's not collecting anybody's information. So when Instagram went down for that one day, and not that that's going to happen all the time, but what if you make $2 grand once a week when you go live? A lot of people that online sell, they're making thousands of dollars in that full day. They might go online for and go live for 3 or 4 hours and sell a product, and they're making thousands of dollars. So if you do that every Wednesday at 12 noon, and one Wednesday Instagram is not working, I mean, a lot of people can't afford to not make $1,000 to $4,000 in one day. I mean, that's a big hit to just lose because something's wrong with the internet. What if it's not Instagram? What if your internet, but what if your power line went down and the internet is not working while they're fixing the power line, and that's when you go live? What if something is wrong with your internet when it goes down? It's a lot of things. It's technical stuff. So what if something goes down at that time, but you don't have a way to talk to your clients outside of them getting on that live? You just lose that money. That's why it's important to collect their emails while you're selling to them. So if they buy something from you, there's no way somebody should be buying something from you, and when they buy it from you, you're not collecting their information. So if anybody's bought anything from my company, you know, when you go in to buy it, you have to create an account. You got to create a login and a password. If some people was like, man, I don't feel like I got to create an account to buy this. Yeah, because I need to know who my customers are. I have to keep that information because now I know what you bought, when you bought it, how much money you spent with me, how often you spend money with me. Now I know how to deal with you as a customer, meaning how do I market to you? How do I do all of those different things? If I'm selling 10 items a day and I'm not getting anything from you but your money, man, that's a one-time sale. I could never market you nothing again. But if I sell you something and I can go and look at your profile and see what you bought from me last, when I go to sell something similar, I can specifically send it to you because I know that you like to buy that kind of whatever it is, training or program or whatever it is I might be selling. So for those that I know a couple of you all here are registered for the business summit. So we got this business summit going. Well, guess what? Behind that business summit, I'm doing a health summit. And I'm going to have 4 people, particularly some islanders, talking about homeopathic health. And that's what the summit is going to be about. How to eat to be healthy, how to put different things on your skin to be healthy, mental health, and spiritual and meditation type health, like yoga, things like that, meditate. So that's what the entire summit is going to be about. Well, do you not think that I'm going to email the people who take the business summit and say, hey, you took our business summit, we're doing a health summit, right, in 3 months. Because you took the business summit, you can now get 25% off the health summit. Or if you buy this ahead of time, you can get 50% off the health summit because you went to the business summit. How do I do that if I don't have the information for the person who bought the business summit? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we have to be very aware that the people who we're targeting, who we're getting to buy from us, who we're prospecting in front of, we've got a way to have a way to collect their information so that we can continue sending them things and prospecting them until they buy again or buy for the first time because the stuff that they want. I do a lot of free stuff. So a lot of names and stuff I collect is for things that I'm doing free, but then I sell them something somewhere along the line. And it may not even be, I've got people that got free stuff from me for 2 or 3 years before they ever bought something. It doesn't matter how long they're getting free stuff, right? It doesn't matter. I do the free stuff so that they get it long enough that they feel like, okay, if I pay for something, I mean, I'm getting free stuff for this long, so I guess I don't mind paying for this or paying for that. They don't feel like they've been beat. I don't feel like I got beat. Everybody wins on it. Everybody wins. Yes.
How do you help me? Well, I need your help to finish the MailChimp lead.
Finish the MailChimp. What you doing in MailChimp? Like setting it up to send emails out?
Yeah. I'm setting it up to create some leads for.
Oh, that's all you have to do is email them. not email me, but click the link and schedule an appointment.
The appointment sheet, I misplaced it.
You misplaced what now?
I don't have the appointment sheet.
You mean the link?
Yeah,
Why you just look in your email from the other ones I sent you?
you didn't send me one time.
No, I sent you that link more than one time. What you talking about? You used to be a coaching client. I was sending you that link every week. Tell me if you only got the link one time.
I will go back and look then.
Hold on. Y'all can't see my screen, right?
I see you.
Okay, but you don't see where I'm at on the computer, correct?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
I mean, it's not. Y'all not supposed to actually. I'm just saying. I was making sure y'all were there.
Oh, you're freezing.
So we just see smiling face.
All right, good. Lead generation, and I am going to put a link for lead generation. Copy. All right, so I'm dropping it in the chat.
Hey, Robert.
And Wilma, when I drop this in the chat, your next comment do not be that you don't know how to get this out the chat. Because if you do, you ain't gonna have to worry about no appointment because I'm gonna come to your house. It's gonna be an appointment. If you tell me you don't know how to go in the chat and get this link out of here. So I just put the 30-minute appointment link in the chat. So just click that link and schedule the appointment. Did I hear Jackie?
Yeah, how long before this replay comes up? I gotta jump off of here, and I'm driving, and so I've been in and out. It's been going in and out because it's so, I'm in bad areas. So how long will the replay come up tonight?
Well, this is live, so you'll be able to catch it, yeah, because it's on live. And I'm glad you said it because actually it's 9:08, so we're supposed to be done by now. But we're jumping off, so you're not. What do you think? You think you're gonna miss something, or you want to replay what?
Well, I missed a lot of it because I've been driving and I'm in a bad area and everything was going in and out. So I want to do the replay of this, what you just, this lesson. And so I was wondering because I want to listen back to it tonight. So I said, will it come up tonight so I can replay it and listen to it?
So what I'll do is when I finish it here, I can just push you to Zoom, or I can send you the link from YouTube because it's in both places really.
Oh, okay.
It just won't be edited, which is not gonna matter because I mean it's not edited when you go on it live anyway. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, it's all the same.
Okay,
right.
Thanks. I gotta jump off of here.
Yep. I know you got a team call to get on too. So, all right, guys, it's 9:08. Does anybody have any questions before we jump off?
No, thank you. Have a good one.
You guys are good. And Wilma, did you get that link?
Oh yeah, I have the link.
Okay, good. So you good. You got your link. Thank you, Cynthia. All right, guys.
Great session. Thank you so much.
Oh, you got it, brother. Appreciate you. So, guys, if you guys need anything else, just reach out to me. Let me know. And Vanessa, I will send you a link for the Canva version so that you can edit.
Shredder?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you got it. Anytime.
Appreciate you. Thanks again for another awesome training.
Yeah, you got it. Talk to all you guys soon.